Welcome student in the fourth session of mathematics. First we will go for the recap. In the previous session I explained you about the multiplication of integers. I told you whenever we are multiplying, we remember the three laws. Firstly we put the sign, then secondly we multiply the constant, and then we multiply the variables if it is there. When we are multiplying, when we put the signs, we just take care of the sign. When negative sign is even times, we need to write the positive sign with the product. When negative sign is odd times, we need to write the negative sign with the product. I asked you to do complete question number 1 and 2. Hope everybody has completed question number 1 and 2. We start with question number 3 today. Verify the following. Verify the following whenever we solve the LHS part and the RHS part, and we find if there. Before I start with this, firstly I'll recall the properties when the addition of two integers and integer, then disclosure property. Similarly, multiplication of two integer is an integer, that is the closure property. Commutative property, we change the order. So on changing the order, the multiplication remains the same. Associative property, we change the grouping. On changing the group also, the product is same, so we say multiplicative property holds for the multiplication. Associative property holds for the multiplication. I sent a video also, one animated video to just go through the properties. Hope you all have seen that video. Which property it is, student? See, minus 10 into minus 7 plus minus 9. It is written. And here 10 is with 7 and 10 is with 9. Which property it is, student? It is distributive property. This 10 is distributed with 7 as well as this 10 is distributed with 9. So which property it is? It is distributive property. So I start with the LHS part. Firstly, we copy down the LHS part. Minus 10 into minus 7 plus bracket minus 9. Minus, firstly we solve the curly bracket. So we solve it. Negative minus sign, we remove the bracket sign and we write minus sign. Minus 7 as it is. Now this is plus and this is minus. Now we need to remove the bracket. So first we put the sign. Two different signs are there. So we put the minus sign and we write 9. I told you when we were doing the addition and multiplication, subtraction rules of integers, we have same sign. We add and put the sign of the greater number. So both are having the same sign, that is minus. So we add the numbers. 7 and 9 will give you 16. We always put the sign of the greater number. 9 is the greater numerical value. So minus 16. I am not saying only the greater number. It's the numerical value of that number should be greater. Now 10 into minus 16. Negative sign how many times? Whenever we are multiplying, I told you firstly we put the sign, so we count how many times negative sign is here. It is 2 times, that is even, so sign is going to become positive, and we do not write positive sign, that is understood. Then 10 into 16 will give you 160. This is the solution for LHS part. Then I solve the RHS part for you. It is minus 10 into minus 7. Then we have a plus sign that I forgot to write it here. I will write plus minus 10 into minus 9. Now we solve the curly braces. In the braces we have multiplication of two negative integers. negative minus sign, minus sign, minus sign. 2 times sign will become plus. So we do not write plus sign. 10 into 7 will give you 70. Then we have positive sign between two brackets. I write positive sign. Minus 10 into minus 9, which firstly put the sign, then you multiply numbers, negative sign 2 times, that is even time, sign is going to become positive, and 10 nines is negative. 70 plus 90, we open the bracket, we add the numbers, what we get? 160. We find LHS and RHS are equal, hence verified. So this way we do question number 13, verify the following. So we have to solve, it has 3 parts. I have done one for you, the remaining 2 parts you can do it of your own. Remember student, we are in the fair copy, we are doing all the questions with all the sub parts. Then question number 4, we are looking for the find the question. Before we start solving question number 4, first you will find the rules for division. So I am saying the rules for division. See, when two different signs are there, different sign, put negative sign, same sign, put positive sign. Student, whenever you are dividing and you find the numerator and denominator both have a different sign, then put this negative sign along with the quotient. And when you find numerator and denominator, that is divisor and dividend, both are having the same sign, then you put this positive sign along with the quotient. I'll discuss question number 4 now. Question number 4, second part, I'll do it for you. Minus 65 divided by 13. See, 65 has negative, 13 has no sign, then it is positive. They two have a different sign. So on division, we put the sign of negative, and 13 divided by 65, 13 5s are 65. So what the answer is? Minus 5 is the answer. Copy the rules in your fair copy. Then I do question number 4, third part for you. Minus 66 divided by minus 6. See, numerator, dividend and divisor both are having the same sign. 66 is also having minus, 6 is also having minus, same sign. Then we need to put the positive sign, and we do not write the positive sign, so leave the sign. 66 divided by 11 will give you the answer is 11. So this way we do question number 4. I'll do one more part for you. That is the 5th part. 0 divided by minus 2. Remember student, 0 divided by any number other than 0, not 0. I am not saying 0 divided by 0. 0 divided by any other number other than 0, the answer is always 0. And 0 has neither positive sign nor negative. Okay student? Then we come to question number 5. Question number 5, they are saying write all even integers. What do you understand by the even? Even numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 2. First I discuss about the even numbers. What are even numbers? Numbers which are divisible by 2 are even numbers, or number end with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are even numbers. Okay, student? And odd numbers also they'll ask you. So odd numbers are those numbers which are not divisible by 2, or the numbers which do not end with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, or the numbers which are end with 1, 3, 5, 7 are odd numbers. Hope you have understood the difference between even and odd, although we discussed this in class 6 also. Question number 5. They are saying write all even integers between -13 and -7. So after we are moving from -13 towards -7. So after -13 what comes? It's -12. 12 is a divisible by 2. It's an even because it has 2 in the end. Then we have -10. That also has 0 in the end. Or you can understand after -13 we have -12. Then -11. -11 is not an even number. Then -10, it's an even. -9 is not even. Then we have -8 even, and then -7. Again we have, what are the even integers between 13 and -7? It is -12, -10 and -8. Similarly, question number 6, they are saying write odd integers. So where we are looking for odd integers? Between -20 and -14. What are the odd integers between -20 and -14? -20 is greater, -20 is smaller and -14 is greater. We will start from smaller towards greater number. After -20 we have -18, that is odd. Then we have -19 is odd. Then we have -18, that is even, we leave it. Then -17. Then -16 is again even, we leave it. Then -15, and then we have minus. So what are the odd numbers between -20 and -17? It is, these are the 3 numbers. Question number 7 and 8. They are talking about the consecutive numbers. So firstly I'll tell you what are the consecutive numbers, and then we'll proceed towards a question. Consecutive numbers. What does it mean? The continuous numbers are known as consecutive numbers. Suppose 2 is given. I say write 3 consecutive numbers after 2. That is 3 and 4. I say after 90 Now write the 5 consecutive numbers of 91. So it will become 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Consecutive numbers means continuous numbers. What it means? Continuous numbers. Okay children, if I say write 4 consecutive numbers after minus 17, so what are the, I am saying the consecutive numbers, it may be succeeding, it may be preceding also. So write the 17, after 17 write 3 succeeding numbers. So what it will become? Minus 16, minus 15 and minus 14. Succeeding means after. Succeeding means after, and preceding means before. So we'll do question number 7 and 8 accordingly. Consecutive was, it's important to remember consecutive means continuous numbers. It may be continuous preceding, it may be consecutive succeeding numbers. Question number 7 and 8 are of the same type. I write question number 8 for you. Question number 8, they are saying write 5 consecutive odd integers. It is written write 5 odd integers preceding minus 36. Preceding means before, and what we are looking for? Before we are looking for odd numbers. So before minus 36, which number we had? Minus 37. It is an odd. Before minus 37 we had minus 38, that is even. So we can't write even number. Before minus 38 we have minus 39, that is odd. Then before that we had minus 40, even. Minus 41, minus 43 and minus 45. So I have written 5 consecutive odd integers preceding means before minus 36. Got it children? Question number 9 I discuss for you. The product of two integers is minus 120. The one number is 15. Find the other number. Let the other number be x. Now I write the expression, the product of two integers is 120. One number is 15. Product means multiply. Other number is x. And the product is equal to, is equal to how much? Minus 120. We are looking for the value of x. Whenever we are looking for the value of x, we transpose the remaining numbers to the other side. So 15 and x has multiplication sign in between. When we transpose 15 on the other side, is come to the division. So it becomes minus 120 upon 15. Okay children. Now they have the same sign or different sign. It is different. This is plus, this is minus. So sign is going to become minus. 120, 15 times 15. Read the table of 15. 15 8s is 120. So what the other number is? Other number is minus 8. Other number is minus 8. Student, hope everybody has completed. So I completed exercise 1C. You have to do all the remaining bits, question number 3, 4 up to question number 9 in your fair copy, all the questions with all the subparts. Student, hope everybody has completed exercise 1A and 1B. And as I am not receiving any queries from you, any comment from you, so today after completing exercise 1C, everybody will write in the comment section done. Those who have completed, they'll write done. Those who haven't, they'll complete and then they'll write they have completed. Okay children, I should receive a message from you all that you have completed your work. Thank you student. That's the end of the session today. Be safe and keep studying.